I still can't believe what I'm seeing. 10 tomato plants, and all they gave me was about 7 pounds of fruit. 7 pounds. Honestly, I'm in shock. I never expected a failure like this. Have you ever stood next to your plants and thought, why is my harvest so small? That feeling is familiar to every gardener. You work the whole season, you put in the effort, you water, you fertilize, but the result just doesn't make you happy. If your harvest this year was also smaller than you expected, especially with tomatoes or other vegetables, this video is for you. We're going to figure out why plants sometimes don't bear fruit, what mistakes even experienced gardeners make, and what really affects growth and yield. And most importantly, you'll see how small steps taken right now can completely change the outcome of the next season. When I first noticed my tomato leaves starting to turn yellow and the fruit staying tiny, I was stunned. I had tried so hard, watering, feeding, loosening the soil, and yet almost no result. I thought, what am I doing wrong? And you know, that feeling is familiar to so many of us. You work all season, and the plants seem to ignore your efforts. The first thing I paid attention to was the soil. Good soil is the foundation of a successful harvest. My soil was depleted, and the plants simply weren't getting the nutrients they needed. Even small deficiencies in minerals can greatly reduce growth and yield. I started adding compost, a bit of well-rotted manure, and mulch. Within a couple of weeks, the changes were visible. The leaves became brighter, flowers began to set, and fruits started to grow. Small details, like proper feeding and loosening, turned out to be crucial. But the problem wasn't just the soil. Watering plays a huge role. Watering too often damages the roots, while a lack of moisture stresses the plants. I noticed that deep, infrequent waterings are much more effective than surface watering. The roots grow deeper, the plants become stronger, and the fruits get larger. Light is another critically important factor. Tomatoes love the sun. They need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct light per day. Plants standing in the shade not only grow slowly, but also set flowers poorly. I noticed that bushes in a sunny spot produced many times more fruit than those growing in the shade. Temperature also affects the harvest. Tomatoes react poorly to sudden changes. A too hot day and a cold night. The flowers fall off, the fruits don't develop. I try to watch the forecast, cover the plants at night if necessary, and provide shade in the heat. Even such small things greatly impact yield. Fertilizing is no less important. Organic fertilizers, compost, well-rotted manure, all of this revitalizes the plants. After feeding, the leaves become brighter. There are more flowers and significantly more fruits. Even with proper soil, watering, and fertilizing, many people make mistakes. For example, planting too densely or not staking. If plants grow on top of each other, light doesn't reach the flowers and the fruits remain small. I always stake my bushes and leave space between them so they can breathe and get maximum light. Removing suckers is another secret. These small shoots take energy away from the main plant. After regularly removing suckers, the number of fruits on the main plant increases, and the fruits themselves become larger. Pests and diseases can significantly reduce the harvest. Even small aphids or fungal diseases lead to fruit loss. I check my plants every couple of days. At the first sign of trouble, I use safe methods. Soapy water for aphids, fungicide prevention, home remedies. This way, it's possible to maintain plant health without chemicals and get a good harvest. Many gardeners underestimate the importance of planting time. Early plantings can suffer from cold nights, late ones from heat and drought. I always watch the weather and try to plant at the optimal time. Mulch is another secret to success. It retains moisture, protects the roots, and reduces weed growth. I use straw, compost, and dry leaves. Within a couple of weeks, the soil holds moisture better, and the plants begin to develop actively. Companion planting also helps. Basil, parsley, or calendula near tomatoes repel pests, attract beneficial insects, and support plant health. Small details like these strongly influence the harvest. Keeping a journal helps track successes and mistakes. I record watering, fertilizing, diseases, and pests. This helps me do everything better next season. Even if the current year isn't perfect, this approach increases yield. In the end, a plant's success depends on attentiveness, regular care, proper watering, light, temperature, feeding, and pest control. Every step affects the result. If you follow these rules, your next harvest will pleasantly surprise you. But let me tell you, Understanding the rules is one thing. Turning them into a fail-proof system is another. After this season, I sat down and made that system. A clear plan that takes the guesswork out of gardening. So, here is your action plan. Your checklist for the upcoming season. Born from my failure. Step 1. Before spring. Get a soil thermometer. Don't trust the calendar, trust the data. Promise yourself you won't transplant a single seedling until the soil at root depth is consistently at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 2. Early spring. Design a simple automated watering system. It doesn't have to be fancy. A basic drip irrigation kit on a timer is a game changer. At the same time, source your mulch, straw, wood chips, shredded leaves. Step 3. Planting time. Be patient. Use your thermometer. When the soil is ready, plant your tomatoes with plenty of space. Install your irrigation and apply a thick layer of mulch immediately. Step 4. The feeding schedule. This is crucial. Use a balanced, all-purpose organic fertilizer when you plant. Then, the moment you see the first yellow flower buds, switch gears. Put the nitrogen-rich stuff away. From that day on, feed with a fertilizer that has higher phosphorus and potassium numbers, a tomato food, or bloom booster. You're switching the plant's priority from growing leaves to making fruit. Step 5. Ongoing care. Stick to your system. Water consistently through your irrigation. Check for pests weekly. Prune those suckers. Keep notes in a simple garden journal. What you did and when. This isn't about having a magic touch. If you've ever faced a disappointing harvest, I want to hear from you. What was your biggest struggle this season? Was it the weather, the pests, or something else? Let me know in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. If this honest breakdown was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps the channel grow and tells me I should make more content like this. And if you don't want to miss the step-by-step videos where I'll be implementing this exact plan, from choosing seeds in January to setting up irrigation in spring, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.